9th of January, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Gemora over here in Bava Kama, and try to figure out what's going on over here. So we are, let's see, where are we exactly? The Gemora said that Olam Rebbe Kivahi. Where is this? This is Olam Rebbe Kivahi. Olam Rebbe Kiva. Toward the middle of the narrow lines. Yeah, the first word in the line is Gezela. It's about 15 lines down from the top of the page. First word in the line is Gezela, and then last three words are La'olam Rebbe Kivahi. Gemora says, really, this Mishnah of ours is Rebbe Kiva. In other words, the Mishnah of ours, it says that somebody who swears false, he's got to give it to Madai. He got to go running to Madai. That's what the Mishnah says, to give it back to him personally in his hand. And but that's only because of the fact that he swore false. But if he did not swear false, he's got no such obligation. And so therefore, what do we have to say about this Mishnah in Yevamos that talks about the guy that stole from 5 people and he doesn't know who, and they all claim that they stole from them. And the Rebbe Kiva says he hasn't fulfilled his obligation of Hashava until he gives to each 5 of them. Didn't say anything about swearing in that case. But the Gemara here says that L'olam Rebbe Kivahi, L'kika Amar Rebbe Kiva, Ad Shishalam Agzela L'kol Echad V'Echad. This Rebbe Kiva said over there in Yevamos, he got to give it back, give back to each one of them. That's talking about a case where he must have sworn, right? That's because that follows from the fact that we said that this Mishnah here, our Mishnah, is Rebbe Kiva. And because that our Mishnah in Bava Kama is Rebbe Kiva, and the Gemora made a diuk that our Mishnah says he's got to go to Madai is only because he swore falsely. But if he would not have sworn falsely, even if he would have just denied it, he would not have to go to Madai. He could just, in other words, keep it for the guy to come and take it from him. The other guy's going to have to come from Madai to get it from him. So if we see that in the Mishnah in Yevamos, that's the Mishnah that's talking about Rebbe Kiva that says that he stole from 5 guys. If he stole from one of 5, he doesn't know who, and they all say you stole from me. He's got to give to each one of them. So the Gemara says that must be that Rebbe Kiva says he got to give to each one of them is because he swore falsely somehow to those 5. Somehow, I don't know how that works exactly, but in any case, that's what we're saying over here. And so now the Gemara is going to go to Rebbe Tarfon. So in other words, that's so we're coming out over here at this point in the Gemara. I don't know if we're going to change it or not, but at this point in the Gemara, we're saying Rebbe Kiva says that only when he swears falsely does he have to go to Madai? And also, it's the
Echo
same.
just started again.
What?
Your echo you just restarted your echo just now.
Oh boy, really? Well, let's try the other one. You only got two choices over here. Oh, unless maybe I should do a different speaker. Let's try this. Is this better like this?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, so let's go to let's go now.
It still is. Sorry about that.
Okay, so no problem. Is this better now?
To say a few more words.
Okay, so what we're saying so far is that we got two Mishnayos over here that we're trying to reconcile with one another and say that our Mishnah goes like Rebbe Kiva, who said in the Mishnah in Yevamos that you got to return it to each five of these guys that claimed that he stole it from him, and so that's comparable, says the Gemora, to the case of having to go to Madai to return it into the hand of the guy who lives in Madai that he stole it from, and therefore, just like in our case, it says it's talking about he swore, but if he didn't swear, he wouldn't have to do that. So too over there in the case of the five guys, it must be that the reason why he's going to have to give it into each one of their hand is because he must have sworn falsely to them. Okay, and that's according to Rebbe Kiva. Now, Rebbe Tarfon did not say like that. What did Rebbe Tarfon say? Rebbe Tarfon said, no, you just put it down, and you and umistalik, and then you're out. The Goslin has fulfilled his obligation with that, and he can allow them to fight over who it belongs to, and he doesn't have to give to each one of them to put it into their hand, according to Rebbe Tarfon. Now, so now at this point, and our Mishnah here that says that he does have to go to Madai, we say that's Rebbe Kiva. It's not Rebbe Tarfon. So now the Gemara turns to Rebbe Tarfon. Okay, so this is further on down. First word of the line is Bayom Ashmaso. That was the pasuk that we quoted to say that he's got to give it into the hand. And so right, that pasuk, in other words, was the source for this din that he's got to give it into the hand of the one that he stole from, where he swore falsely. So now we want to know, what does Rebbe Tarfon do with that pasuk? How is he going to learn that pasuk? Does he ever say that you got to go to Madai? Does he ever say that you got to give it into the hand of the one that you stole it from? If he doesn't, well, I mean, the pasuk says that's what we're saying from the pasuk, that's what the pasuk is saying that you have to do. It says lasher huloi, to the one that it is his, it belongs to, yitnenu, it should be given to him. Sounds like the Goslin has to be the one to give it to him, not to just wait in his house until the exile knocks on his door and says, give it to me. So I think what the Gemara's question is going to be over here is let's the Gemara talk. That's what we're going to say. Let the Gemara talk. And okay, so we call upon Roy to tell us what the Gemara is talking. You got the place? Right.
Right. There's Le'alom Rabbi Akiva. He said it.
Now let's go to Rabbi Tarfon. We're Rabbi Tarfon.
Oh, Reverend Tarfon. That's so that Rabbi Tarfon. Af al Gav. Is that it?
Yeah. Good.
Bava Gav. The Ishtabe Amar Maniach Gazale Benehem. Benehem, right. Why Benehem or Mr. Lake? Why, even regarding the case where the robber swore falsely, Rabbi Tarfon said he may place the robbed object between the 5 claimants and withdraw.
Okay, Roy,
What?
where are you, Roy? Because it doesn't look like that's where we were up to. So read it again.
I don't understand. Just a minute. Oh, I don't know what's
Are
going on.
you on? You could be on 103B2 on the left side, which says the Rebbe Tarfon. That's where we're up to.
The left
That part of it.
far left or right in. I don't know where that. On 103B1.
We're on 103B2 already.
Oh, right. I thought that was. Okay, and Rabbi Tarfon concedes. Afal Gav to Ishtar Bay, even though the robber swore and incurred a biblical obligation to deliver the robbed object to his victim at all costs. Avad Rabbanon Taknate, the rabbis made an enactment exempting him from the obligation in the case where the expense exceeds the value of the robbed object. To Tanya, who was taught in a brisa, Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Tzadok, Omer, Rabbi Eliezer, the son of Rabbi Tzadok, says, Takana Gadala Hatakidno. They instituted a major enactment for the benefit of a repentant robber or thief. Sha'im Ayasar Al-Sa'ar Yasera Al Hakerin, that if the expenses necessary to deliver the stolen property to its owner are greater than the value of the principal, Mishalem Kiblen V'Chomesh Lebes Din. He pays the principal and the 1/5 charge to the court. Umaybi Ashama Umas Kaper law, and he may then bring his asham offering so that the sin is atoned for him.
Okay, so what do we see over here? What the Gemora is saying for Rabbi Tarfon? Really, Rabbi Tarfon agrees that Mina Torah, the obligation of the Goslin is to give it into the hand, personally into the hand of the Nigzal. That's the Din Torah. Rabbi Tarfon agrees. I guess based upon that pasuk, he's not arguing on that pasuk. But what he is saying is that the Rabbanan came along and they made a takana for the benefits of the of the Goslin, in order that the Goslin should do tshuva. They want the Goslin to return what he stole and allow him and pay a chomesh. That's the Torah obligation. And as far as giving it into the hand of the nigzal, since if it's in the case where that's going to be the cost is going to be too much, it's going to be even more than the actual price of the of what he stole. So then in that case, they said it'll be enough for you to give the Karen amount that you stole together with a Homesh, with a Bezdin, and that will complete your obligation of making Hashava. You won't have to give it to the Nigzal personally, and then you'll be able to bring your Korban Asham for swearing falsely, and then you'll have your kapara for the sin of stealing and swearing falsely. So apparently, what would seem to come out from here, maybe Rashi's going to say it. Maybe let's. I see that Rashi has a Rashi over here. Ovid Rabbanan Tekanta.
Ovid Rabbanan Tekanta. The rabbi made a tekana, and it's a tekana hashavim. It's a tekana of returning objects. Bahacha here, the mespeket way that he that is from a doubt, or that he supplies.
Right, the mesafke.
Because it's doubt.
He's in doubt about which one of these 5 people he stole it from.
Right, he's a doubt. To Sagi, it should be sufficient for him, the Meneach, to place it down in front of him. Kedetanya that we learned in the Brisa, of Avod Takanos. About, I don't know if that maybe a place, there's another Brisa about making Takanos, Gabi in relation to Gozel stealing the Nishpa and swearing the Hodah and admitting. The Ein HaNigzal, the one who got it stolen from Khan here at all in this. The Afal P, even though the Ksiv, it's written that Asher Hu Lo, even though that who it is to him, Takun Rabbanan, the rabbis made this takana. The netine that they will need bay to give it l'shliach based in to the shliach of a based in he, and there will be tachat yodam. It will be under their control ad shiavo until that guy a nigzal, until that victim comes to claim it. The Atlanta will take it. So he has a way out of it, just to give it to the based in and let them fight it out in based in to prove that it's theirs. He has to pay the one thing that was stolen. He brings it to based in, and these 5 guys now have to make a claim on based in to get it from there.
Okay, I think what Rashi's referring to over here is the case of the Mishnah, in other words, of our Mishnah here, that we see from our Mishnah, he's got to give it into the hand of the one that he stole it from, even in Madai. Our Mishnah says on, where is it? On 103a at the bottom of the page, he's got to even go to Madai to give it to him.
Yeah, there's a doubt who's it is. It's not an automatic. If he knows who it is, you go to Madai. You don't know who it is. Who do you go to Madai for? Which guy? 5 different people.
The Mishnah is talking about, we know that the Nigzal is in Madai. And the Mishnah says he's got to go to Madai. So that Mishnah we identified that Mishnah goes according to Rabbi Akiva. Does not go according to Rabbi Tarfon. Why? Because Rabbi Tarfon holds that when you have a situation, Rabbi Tarfon holds like the Brisa. The Brisa disagrees with the Mishnah. And the Brisa says that Sheim Haisa Hosa Yisera Alakeren, if the expense in making the return personally to the one that was stolen from is exceeds the actual amount that he's got to give to the guy, so then he doesn't have to go to Madai. He just gives it, gives the Karen and the Chomish to the Bezdin where he is, and then Rashi said that the Nigzal will come and take it from the Bezdin. So that sounds like the case of Madai. But that's our Mishnah here in Bava Kama. But over there in Yevamos, where Rabbi Tarfon says, let him just put it down, and they'll and he's finished now. That's it. That is that's what Rashi said in the first part of this Rashi. Tikana Sashavim. This is a tikana for the sake of the one who wants to do tshuva. He's the shav. He's gonna return to Hashem by admitting and returning this lost object, this stolen object rather, to the nigzal. So therefore, where he is not sure who it is that he stole it from, hey, the Masakale, he doesn't know who he gave it to. It'll be sufficient for him to simply put it down. In other words, that ruling that Rabbi Tarfon ruled in the case of Yevamos with the 5 guys, that ruling is consistent with the Brisa that says that if it's going to cost you more to make a hashava into the hand to make sure that you got the right guy, and you personally put it into his hand, if that's going to be more than the actual amount of Karen, and surely it is. In this case, we would have to give Karen to the 5 guys. It's 5 times as much as what he stole. So that in that case, you don't have to do that. You could put it down in front of them, and let them, and then you're finished. That's considered your you've fulfilled your obligation of making hashava. And now that Gaza will be able to bring his korban asham and he gets his kapara. That's it. So that's the way that Rabbi Tarfon is going to explain the 2 cases over here. That there's a takanas hashavim, and according to Rabbi Akiva, there is no takanas hashavim for this guy. Rabbi Akiva doesn't agree to this price because he holds like the Mishnah. The Mishnah says over here, you got to go to Madai. Wow, it's very expensive to go to Madai. Well, that's too bad. You're going to have to go to Madai and give it back to him. And also Rabbi Akiva holds in the case of these 5 guys. What does Rabbi Akiva say? You got to give it to each one of them. What do you mean? I only stole it from one of them. That's Karen one time. And Rabbi Akiva says, no, you gotta get 5 Karens. You gotta pay Karen 5 times to make sure you get it into the hand of the right guy. That's 5 times as much as what he stole. Rabbi Akiva says he has not fulfilled his obligation of hashava. He's not extricated himself out from the sin of gezel until he does that. So Rabbi Akiva does not hold from this brisa with the takanas hashavim. Rabbi Akiva is making it quite difficult on this Gazlan over here, who he swore falsely, right? But Rabbi Tarfon is the lenient one over here. He says he holds like the Brisa that says that we got to cut us a Shabbat. The Rabbanan made a leniency for this Goslin. The Rabbi Akiva says the Torah says that that's what he's got to do. So that's why I'm going with the Torah. Rabbi Tarfon says, but the Rabbanan made it a takana, and they made it easier for the Goslin to do tshuva. Okay, that's what we got so far. Let's see what the next step is. Now the Gemara turns to Rabbi Akiva. I see. Oh, Rabbi Akiva, go to Luke to read the rest of the Gemara.
Rabbi Akiva, ki avud Rabbanan tikanta. When did the rabbis make such an enactment? Heicha dami the man gazela. Regarding a case where he knows who he robbed. Dika Mahadar lay Mamona the Mare, so that he returns the stolen object, the value of the stolen object to its owner. Gazela echad mechamisha, where he robbed from 5 people. Delo yada leman gazle, such that he doesn't know from whom he robbed. Delo hadar mamona lemare. He would not return the money. He could not return the money to its rightful owner. Lo avud Rabbanan takana. Rabbis did not make the enactment. So they only made the enactment in the case where he knows who he stole it from. In our case, where he doesn't know where he stole it from, it doesn't apply.
Right. So it's not like I was saying. Rabbi Akiva does agree to this brisa that Rabbi Tarfon brought. He's not arguing on that brisa, even though, of course, as a Tana, he would be, technically speaking, he would be capable of arguing on the brisa. But the Gemara chooses to say that no, Rabbi Akiva doesn't necessarily argue with that brisa, but he says that brisa doesn't apply in both of the cases that the Gemara is discussing over here. It only applies in one of the cases that the Gemara is discussing over here. The case that it applies is the case where the Goslin knows who he has to return the stolen item to. So in that case, he could instead of having to go to Madai, which is going to cost more than the thing that he stole is worth, he could give it to the Bezdin, where he is, and then the Igzal who's in Madai, the next time he comes over here, he can go into the Bezdin and say, my name is Ploni Almoni, and they'll say, oh, you're the one that the Goslin designated, and you're the one that is entitled to receive this item. He admitted that he stole it from you. So like that, the Bezdin can do their job, and they could do they could be the agent for the Goslin to make the hashava, and that's the Tekanas Hashavim, to make it to encourage. What is the point of this Tekanas Hashavim? We are thereby encouraging the Goslin to do tshuva, to return to Hashem. and therefore, if he knows that he won't have to spend any more than what he stole and swore falsely on, so he'll be encouraged. It'll be worth it for him, so to speak. He'll think it'll be worth it for him to admit that he swore falsely and he didn't really, in fact, steal it, and then he'll just have to just give the Karen and the Chomish to the Bezdin, and the Bezdin will be entrusted to hold it until the guy comes and what do you call it? Oh, so this is different than what we thought originally. We thought that the Bezdin was going to go to Madai to give it to him. Remember that? That's how we originally learned the Rashi on the previous side of the page, I believe. But it sounds from over here. We'll see what Rashi says over here. Actually, it sounds like the Bezdin is not going anywhere. It sounds like the Nixal is going to have to be the one that comes. I mean, I don't understand really. Just like it's going to cost $500 for the Goslin to get onto the plane and give this this $5 thing that he stole from the guy. So to the Nixal, if he wants to get his $5 thing back, he's going to have to get on the plane. So why do we put the $500 plane ticket fare on the Nixal? It's not worth it for him to come to get it. But in any case, we want to encourage the Goslin to do tshuva. So that seems to be what the Chazal did over here. So let's see. There's another Rashi over here. Oh, Rashi's got the Kama Hadar Mamona Lamare. Right? So in other words, Rabbi Akiva is saying, I hold that brisa that says that we have a Tikanas Hashabim to assist the Goslin, that's where the Bezdin can do their job of actually giving it to the right person, because they know who the right person is, because the Goslin says he knows who the right person is. So then the Bezdin can do their job to give it to that guy. But if the Goslin himself says he doesn't know who he stole it from, so what's the Bezdin going to do? What's he going to do? Give it into the hands of the Bezdin, and then they're going to fight. And then these 5 guys are going to fight about it and also go over to the Bezdin. The Bezdin is not able to do the job of giving it to the right guy. I think that's what Rashi's going to say over here, maybe. Let's take a look at Rashi.
Wait a second. Tika Mahadim Amani, he returned money to the master, to the owner. La'achazman, afterwards, Yachziru Beit Din, then Beit Din will return it to him.
Yeah.
Afterwards, what?
Beit Din is going to do the returning to him.
Right. Rashi is pretty sparse over here in his words over here. The Gemora said that Rebbe Akiva said that he ordered Rabbanan Tekanta. Where was it that the Rabbanan made their Tekana in that brisa? Heichel de Yoda Laman Gazle, where the Gazle knows the person that he stole the item from. So in that case, the Hader lay Mamon Lamari. Like that, the Bezdin will be able to give it back to the Nixal. La'achosman, says Rashi, because I guess the Nixal is probably going to say, I'm not going to do this right now. And I guess after a certain amount of time, he says, well, really, I think I better go and get it because I want my thing back. I don't know, maybe it wasn't $5. I don't know. Afterwards, after the Goslin is given it into the Bezdin, then afterwards the Nixal will get it from the Bezdin. I don't think that the Bezdin is going to the Goslin to the Nixal. But in other words, in the case where the Goslin stole it from 5 and he doesn't know which, he stole it from 1 of 5, he doesn't know who to give it back to. So then Rabbi Tarfon says the Lo Hadar Ramona Lamari. If the Goslin is gonna give the Karen to the Bezdin, that's not going to result in the successful return of that Karen to its owner, because they don't know who to give it to. And so in that case, Rabbi Akiva says it makes no sense to say that it makes no sense to say that the Rebbeinu made it to Kana in that case. So that's where we find the machlokes between Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Tarfon. That's where we find the machlokes. So it seems, I don't know. According to this, you know what's coming out over here. I don't want to give you a headache. I don't see anybody that holds like what our Mishnah says he's going to go to Madai, right? According to what the Gemora is now saying in Rabbi Akiva says he's not going to need to go to Madai either. He's going to be able to. Rabbi Akiva agrees with the Brisa. He can give it to the Bezdin here, and after a while the Bezdin will return it to the Nisa. But the Goslin's not. Goslin doesn't have to go. Not even according to Rabbi Akiva. The Gemara just said a minute ago our Mishnah here goes like Rabbi Akiva. But now it seems like the Gemara is reversing itself. Even Rabbi Akiva doesn't require the Goslin to go to Madai. If it's more expensive, involves more expense than the actual value of the thing that he stole. Okay. This is what we call a ping pong Gemora. Each time you knock the ball over the net, you got a new story over here. So with each line, we got a new story over here. We're going back and forth. Let's see what. Yeah, they have a note over here. Let's read this note. I'm interested to see if my conclusion matches the conclusion over here in this note. What comes out according to what the Gemora has just said is machlokes Rabbi Tarfon, Rabbi Akiva, b'gozel be'echad b'chamisha be'ein yodea mimigozel he dafka b'nishma l'sheker. The machlokes between the first thing that comes out is the whole machlokes between Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Tarfon with the five guys is dafka where the Goslin was nishma l'sheker. And if he wouldn't have been, if he did not swear in that case of the five guys, even Rabbi Akiva would agree in that case that he could put it down and let the guys fight it out, only because he made a shua. The Mishnah that says he's got to go to Madai is only where he swore falsely. Rabbi Akiva, and it goes according to Rabbi Akiva. Umachloikes he haimash tiknu chachamim kishoso yisera be'akeren laniach hagezela bezdin hu gam gezel mechamisha orak le'inyan holach l'madai. And then the machlokes between Rabbi Akiva and Rabbi Tarfon is coming out is when do you say that the Brisa, which says that there's a Tekanas Hashavim, in which of these two cases does it apply? Does it apply in both of the cases? According to Rabbi Tarfon, it applies in both of the cases. It even applies in the case of the five guys that he doesn't know. And in that case, he just put it down and let them fight it out. That's called Tekanas Hashavim, according to Rabbi Tarfon. According to Rabbi Kiva, no, that's not called Tekanas Hashavim. That's not. It's not. The Tekanas Hashavim is not that. But in the case of our Mishnah is Rabbi Kiva. Because Rabbi Kiva holds that, but he does agree that the price applies in the case where the Karen, the amount of the Hosah in returning the item is more than the Karen. Okay. I don't. The note is it seems like it's steering clear of my question, my uncertainty. But in other words, the note is saying no. We're not going back on what we said before. We do say that the Mishnah, our Mishnah, goes like Rabbi Kiva. We're not reversing our opinion on that. But if so, you'll have to say that Rabbi Kiva, if the Mishnah is Rabbi Kiva that says you got to go to Madai, it must mean that the guy lives quite close to Madai. It's doesn't have to go too far. Either that or it's talking about he stole Mercedes Benz. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, take care.
All right, everybody. Have a great day.
You too. Be well. See you. Metz Hashem tomorrow.
Zrat Hashem.
All right then. See you, Phil. Bye.
Bye, Phil. Bye, everyone.
See you, Lou.
Bye, Lou.